I'm Lance Woodson, Planet Wealth CIO. We've spent a bit of time this week really speaking about creating wealth without capital risk, participating in capitalism without your own capital. Just a lot of crazy ideas that have really generated a lot of questions in the audience. I know a lot of people are curious how that works. So ultimately, I'm just going to show you what we've got going on. I'm going to demo some of our technology, show you how it works, and just talk through that process of how we're empowering our community. We're in a community building phase right now, and the technology we'll use to let them participate in capitalism, to work together in community finance, to participate together, to leverage their social capital and turn that into financial capital. And that's what we're really all about. Truth be told, I don't see us as competitors to anybody at the conference. Outside of the rising tide raises all boats. In truth, everybody here's doing their deal, and we're trying to attack the market in a new manner to empower Main Street to participate in capitalism. We're looking to empower everyday individuals, such as myself, such as a lot of people here. Basically, in a past life, I probably listened to 150 Bigger Pockets podcasts on how to invest in real estate. And at the end of the day, whether I was listening to a real estate podcast or I was reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I got a lot of good ideas, got a lot of good information. I got to the end, and then I got to that step where, okay, let's take some money and put it to work. And then I was at the stop sign. And that was really the hurdle that we've taken upon ourselves to overcome for Main Street America. We set out 3 years ago to build a security token issuance platform. We saw the power of the ICOs. We saw the power of crypto. My mind was completely blown away, shocked. In 2017, we saw, I think it was 3.6, 3.7x more money was raised in ICOs that year than was raised on Wall Street. That blew me away. I was doing some Ethereum mining, was involved in the crypto scene for a little bit, but even being involved, I didn't realize just the power of what the retail investor had even then. You think about it, the retail investor is so hungry and desperate to participate that the ICO market really makes sense. People go onto Robinhood, and I'm sure everybody here is extremely educated on options and trading and investing, but I firmly believe that most people go on Robinhood and it's just gambling, hoping, dreams. That they're betting options on companies they don't know about and they don't understand how the options work, but they know that the social capital, that when people pull their resources together, when like-minded individuals come together and work as a team and basically try to get in early and promote, they know that there's power in that. And that's kind of what people are starting to understand. So that's what we've been working on. By the grace of God, we're coming to market now at a time when all of this is happening, but that was strictly by chance. We started as, okay, if ICOs are powerful and if Main Street can finally have access, unfortunately, it's illegal. How do we make that legal? And that's where we started at. But when you start with an offering, just because you can make your offering legal, Jack here is fresh out of college. He's got that beautiful CEO face. He needs to be in business. And no matter if he risks his own capital or not, the truth is, in business, you don't have to take risks. And the reason Wall Street is so successful is they never lose. If you're not risking your own capital, you can only prosper. So that's essentially what we've done, and the philosophy is, how do we allow Main Street America to participate in capitalism in a situation where they can't lose? But just because you can do your offering legally, like using a security token issuance platform, doesn't mean you can do an offering successfully. In order to do a successful offering, you not only need to do the offering, you need investors to do the offering too. You need people to participate in your offering. Well, Joe on Main Street doesn't have the knowledge and the financial savviness to do an offering. But let's say we hold his hands and he does the offering, and he's able to come to market legally. He's able to come to market in a way that he can feel good about and his investors can feel good about. But he still needs marketing materials. He still needs a way to promote this offering to an audience. And that's even if he had the audience to begin with. But we know that Main Street, if they're really going to participate in capitalism, if we're actually going to make a difference in this wealth gap that's just getting worse, all right? If we're truly gonna try to tackle this problem, we need to do the offering, legally of course. We need to give them marketing materials. We need to ensure that they have a network. Most people have, the one day I don't have my phone in my pocket. Most people have a couple of thousand people in their phone between social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the contact address book, emails. There's people that we all know, and these people are our warm market who know us and trust us. All right, everybody is capable of putting together an offering. It doesn't matter if you're straight out of college. It doesn't matter if you're a high school senior or a 15-year-old kid. The truth is, all of us, if you've survived in life long enough to develop a network of people that you know, and you're a halfway decent person, and you're able to present an offering in a way that gives the person, the investor, everything that they want, well, now it's a little bit easier to sell that offering, right? You're selling to your warm market, people who trust you, and they're getting investor prioritization. They're getting the investor returns paid before Main Street Joe makes any money on the deal. So that's how we've structured the deals. We've structured what we call turnkey opportunities, which think of it as business in a box. I've heard Build-A-Bear this week. Basically, I think of it as a coloring sheet. We've got all the big outlines drawn out. We give them a box of crayons. Say, Joe, knock yourself out, but by the way, be sure to color this part green and don't color outside the lines. And that's essentially what our turnkeys are, is we use legal structure, and I'll walk you through the process of creating a PPM and how that works. But we use legal terms and structure to define what the issuer is able to do so that anybody can be an issuer, but they're only able to be an issuer along the lines that we've defined. So when they're bowling with the bumpers fully up, and if they're bowling and the bumpers up, there's a much greater chance that they're going to knock down pins for their investors. That's what we're doing. So when we say social capital, turnkey structures, investor advantage, we ensure that the investor money, all of it goes to work. All the investor dollars get paid towards the asset, towards the purchase of the asset, the improvement of an asset. It could be a rental house, it could be a fix and flip, it could be trading gold, it could be a franchise, collectible cars, art. It doesn't really matter. The truth is, if it's an asset, then the investor downside is limited by the fluctuation in value of the asset. I can't tell you what the real estate market's going to do next year, but I know the house down on 4th Street probably isn't going to go to zero. So if the investor money is protected, if the investor return is prioritized over and above the issuer, where the issuer doesn't make any money, the issuer doesn't make a dollar unless and until they've paid the investors the agreed upon dividend returns, now they're on a pay for performance model. Now their interests are aligned with the success of the investors. That makes it easier for Main Street America to sell the offering to their warm market. If you're giving the investors everything they want, it's a much easier sell. Joe doesn't need to know how to sell an investment. He doesn't need to know how to craft an investment product if we craft that for him in the predefined structure. I don't ever see us being hey, bring any business model, any idea, and we'll package it together. I don't intend to ever be deal box or even compete with them. But I do intend to make it so that anyone can participate in capitalism in an asset class that interests them. You know, maybe they're a body shop and they've got a lifetime of experience on collectible cars, and they know exactly what car to buy and how to repair it and get the maximize the value of it. Well, then our collectible car turnkey handles that for them, where they can focus on what they want. So what I'll show you today is that focusing on what they want to do. We have the basic turnkeys that if you've got domain specific knowledge in an asset class, great, go to work. If you know how to fix a flip a house, use your existing contractors, use your existing network, and go be successful and raise money with other people's money and profit with them. But if you don't have that knowledge, if you're fresh out of college and you don't have that lifetime of experience, then we have our expert assisted turnkeys. And that's what I'll show you today. MyBeachHouse.com is our leading initial expert assisted turnkey, where Jack can show up, he can pull together his family, friends, his college buddies. They can, instead of spending $1,000 going to spring break, they can all pitch in $1,000 and buy a condo on the beach. Oh, by the way, if you do an expert assisted My Beach House turnkey, you can actually take a vacation for free and use it for yourself as well. Let me show you what we got going on. How am I doing on time? Alan, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, I'll tell you what, let me play a video to give you a better idea of what we're doing and what I'll show you. And then I think this will make more sense. But this is, let me just show you.
Investing in beachfront property has been limited to the ultra wealthy until now. Use a completely turnkey system that makes it easy, safe, and affordable for everyday investors to participate in one of the most exclusive and profitable asset classes, beachfront real estate. Our revolutionary platform helps you quickly pool all the capital you need to own and earn income from beautiful beachfront property without the hassles or the capital risk. You will save tens of thousands in preparation costs, while getting access to a full suite of investment tools that will present your opportunity like a pro. Ask yourself, how much would a lawyer cost to prepare your legal documents? How much would a professional website cost? What about a high-quality sales video showcasing your deal? How much would you pay to list your deal on a website where investors are hungry to fund opportunities? Now ask yourself how easy it would be if all those things were given to you as part of our turnkey system. And best of all, we made it easier than ever for those who want to join you to say yes. Most everyone would like to own a beach house, but few can afford it on their own, and everyone would like to earn a strong income. For those folks joining you, they're guaranteed that 100% of their money goes to purchase or improve the property, as if they bought it themselves, and they receive their return as agreed before the beachfront organizer, you earned a dime. Wealth creation isn't magic, it's simple math. When you eliminate cost, prioritize relationships, and empower terms, your partners gain advantages that don't exist in the Wall Street setting. Everybody wins together. We provide done-for-you tools to fire up your network to pursue cash flow and profit. Whether it's 100 friends and family, or you're an online influencer with 1 million members looking for pure play where everyone can earn money, we make it easy and get you started quickly. With a My Beach House turnkey, you not only get the full power of our system to pool the needed capital, we connect and guide you to a full suite of proven, white-glove real estate pros, including agents and brokers, legal services, and proven property managers who will optimize your investment and help maximize the income and equity returns for both you, your friends, partners, or investors. If you've ever dreamed of owning beachfront property, now is the time to get started. Click below to take advantage of this trusted path to wealth creation by using your My Beach House turnkey today.
Just being honest, that's a killer video. So here's the thing. If I asked if anybody had any questions, first hand's going up. I heard it was free. What do you mean? The truth is, we want to maximize the success of our community, and we're giving away all of our tools, everything for free. I don't want to profit from our community. I want to profit along with our community. So we're looking to help empower them and to make them successful, and then we'll all come out together on the back end. At the end of the day, I think one of the big questions is, well, what is Planet Wealth at heart? We're a marketing company at heart, and it's a database aggregation play. We're aggregating users. That's our priority and our focus. I'm not here to sell them technology. I'm not here to sell them investments. I want them to be successful in their own merit, and if they're successful, I'll be successful. I think that's really the only way you can attack the mainstream market, and to do it in a way that you can sleep at night. So, you know, I talked about building a network. One of the tools that we give them is our marketing suite. When you register for an account on planetwealth.com, we give them a referral URL. So everybody that signs up has their own URL. So that as they're sharing the word of Planet Wealth and our mission and our crusade and what we're trying to accomplish in the world and closing the wealth gap and just make our little dent in improving the world, they're able to track the people that sign up underneath it. Remember I said that we give them tools to help them build their network? Well, if you can't do an offering without an existing network, they need a network to do an offering to. Well, they need help building a network. While we all have a network of people we know, it's not organized, it's not aggregated. And we don't know who's like-minded with us. We have an idea of our close friends, but the truth is, between the couple of hundred people on my Facebook that I'm directly connected with and the couple of hundred people that they're all connected with, and it's a mountain of people that can be aggregated together. So we've created a marketing suite that allows them to reach out and basically reach out to that network and not solicit their offering, but solicit interest in what we're trying to do to close the wealth gap, and basically solicit interest in community finance and working together. So for example, if someone came in, they could use the marketing suite, they could choose, we've got their URL of their personal referral URL, and then what do they want to actually promote? So in this case, if they were going to promote a My Beach House offering, we provide email campaigns of things that they can email their people. We provide text messages that could be used for tweets or reaching out to people and basically helping build that network of that audience for them. But let's look at some infographics here. So for example, let's say that I really like this image. I'm going to use this I want to use this image to share on social media. So I'm going to set that infographic. And then now basically I've got my business page for the offering I'll show you here in a moment that we create, that I can share to my network, to my audience, tells a little bit about what we're doing, and they can join and sign up underneath me. And I can share this directly on Facebook, whatever I want to do with it. So I talked about creating an offering and staying within the lines, and basically the business in the box concept, that Build-A-Bear turnkey system. So if we go look at actually creating an offering, the truth is an individual can't create an offering, but a business can. What the Jobs Act allowed us to do is a business can advertise their own offering. So if you need a business to do an offering, well, people need a business. So let's give them an easy way to sign up and create a business here. So let's form a new company. And for an example, let's say we're going to form a Delaware LLC. Or let's just do a business. Let's do a Delaware corporation. And you'll see that basically we've got simple to answer questions, one question at a time. Put in your answers. And what we're doing is we're now collecting the data so that we can have their business registered for them. So for example, let's sign up and create Woodson Development Inc. And if that already exists in Delaware, we'll just give another example there of another name. We'll prefer Inc. over Incorporated. And you'll see that what I'm doing is I'm answering easy to answer questions on the right, and on the left-hand side, it's tracking what I need to do. And at the end, I can do a e-commerce checkout, and 2 to 5 business days later, I've got my corporation. I won't bore you through the details, but that's essentially how it works. And we use that through all of our PPM generation. You'll see that in the same process. We're partnered with Assurely. We've got their Tiger Mark insurance coverage here. So let's say that if I wanted to get signed up for insurance and I knew that I was going to raise a minimum of $250,000, a maximum of $1 million, I can start that onboarding process with them. I know that I'm going to need to generate a PPM, but let's wait until I actually have to do that, and I'll show you how that works. So one thing that you'll see is, in order to create their offering, we're providing details for them. We're providing those big, bold, heavy lines on the coloring sheet for them to stay within. So for example, I don't require them to put in information that's not necessary or if it's not specific to them. So what I mean by, if they want to change the title of their offering that gets posted on our wealth funding portal, sure, they can. Let's just call it Woodson Development Investment Opportunity. And now I need to put in specific information about me. My particular offering is going to be on December 1st, 2021, and I'll extend it for 1 year through December 31st of the following year, so a 2-year offering. You'll see that we're providing existing marketing images for their offering itself. We've already provided a video. We don't limit them to what we provide, but we get them started. You know, they could upload their own image, or, you know what, I'm not really looking to do a big city investment, so I'm just going to delete that image. Cool. All right. Let's go on down. Now the offering overview. This is specific details of them. So this is something that they'll always have to fill out. You know, when Isaac's doing his next raise, he's going to say his website is, in this case, it's going to be woodson.com. And let's see. So we pre-populate this information. And here is what their investment template will look like, and I'll show you that here in a moment. So, you know, they can add more information, they can change it if they want to, but we don't require them to just come up with creative materials so that it shows up and they're able to participate. Let's say previously raised $250,000. Okay, funding settings. Here's my actual raise itself. My target amount to raise is going to be $1 million. And I know that I'm going to need it to raise at least $250,000. And I'm going to allow anybody to participate as long as they invest $2,500. You can put what you want, but the truth is you're going to have to manage your investors. So how many investors do you want, and how much do you want to require from them to have that ongoing obligation and relationship to update them? Let's say I'm going to raise a maximum of $1 million. And Woodson Development, Inc., wire transfer instructions. Bank of Little Rock, account number, routing number. Okay, now, I actually do need a PPM here. So I can either upload something from my existing attorney, but in this case, I'm Joe on Main Street. I don't have an attorney. I don't have a PPM. We do encourage people to run their PPM by an attorney, but it's not required. It's not obligatory. So in this case, let's go generate a PPM. And this works exactly like what I was showing you. So I've got an example here that's nearly complete, but it is truly the same process. I'm going to generate a PPM. I'm going to choose which PPM I want. And let's start it. All right, so it's the same process of answering simple to answer questions. You'll see that I've previously created a PPM, so it already knows my details. But if I had never touched this before, then basically I would be choosing, it wouldn't know what I've chose before, but I'm answering simple to answer questions. Am I doing a buy and hold, or am I doing a fix and flip? Okay, well, I'm doing a buy and hold. Am I going to give my investors an annual distribution, or am I just going to give them a percentage of the sales proceeds? Let's just share the sales proceeds with them, because let's say I allocate 90% of the sales proceeds and I keep 10%. Cool. So basically, the specific questions for today's purpose really doesn't matter. What matters is that we're able to take a complex legal document, break that down into simple to answer questions, and then generate a high quality legal PPM as a result. So I'm going to stop this and come back to my previously done document here. So you'll see that this real estate PPM is 37 of 40 questions answered. So let's just resume this one. And I'm just going to continue on to my deal terms. I'm going to confirm all my previous answers. And I said that, if I recall, I said that my date was going to be December 1st. And we're going to terminate on December 31st of 2021. 2022, I'm sorry. Does this make sense so far? So trust me, generating a PPM isn't sexy, but it is kind of necessary, right? You'll see that we're asking questions on, has the issuer ever filed bankruptcy? Is there any outstanding litigation against them? We're not just trying to do the bare minimum of, okay, we've got a LegalZoom template PPM, but we're trying to actually give a high quality product, and I'll show you what that looks like here. And no, I have not been subject of any issues. Let's see here. All right, my minimum raise amount, you'll see that previously I raised $1 million. I'm going to do 250,000 this time. And you'll see that we're capturing data that we previously entered here, but because this is the legal PPM, we need it in multiple formats. Minimum number was 250,000. Maximum amount of funding was $1 million. Maximum units is $1 a unit. I'm doing a 506B friends and family round because I'm a first-time issuer. They could do a 506C offering to accredited investors if they want to market it. Our marketing suite generates it generates that page for them. They can essentially run their own marketing campaigns against it if they like. I'll just confirm this. And we are about halfway done already. My name is Lance Woodson. I'm going to have 50% ownership in the structure, and I'm going to add my wife for 50%. I've got some previous experience that I've listed. My real estate information is, okay, so if you're working with an attorney and you could have them, hey, I need help with this particular answer of risk factors or this particular answer of the business that I'm running, you can just put in their paragraphs directly. In my case, I'm just going to answer a list of questions. So for example, where am I actually going to buy a property? I'm going to buy a property at the Barefoot Resort Yacht Club Villas in Myrtle Beach. It's going to be a condo. I'm going to spend $250,000 to $500,000 on it, hence my minimum raise of $250,000. What are some of the local businesses around it? What are the employers? The reason we ask these questions is in order to, remember I said a high quality PPM. I told you this isn't sexy, but it is necessary because to truly protect your investors, they need to be truly disclosed adequately and properly. So all the risks aren't just on the investment side of your business model. It's also the local real estate market. It's also the local government and taxation that may change. It's the local businesses that drive the local economy that can affect your profitability. It's the vacation rental market. So we go into that detail you'll see here. I do expect the local income of residents to increase due to recovery from COVID. And that's the detail that we're getting into. Property taxes have not increased in the last 5 years, yada, yada. You guys don't care, and it really doesn't matter, because what does matter is that we're able to take simple to answer questions and output our turnkey philosophies. Let's just confirm. I'm going to confirm all of these answers, because what I really want to show you is we're generating that PPM using all of the answers that we've put in here. And if you've done this before, you can knock one out relatively quickly. And if you haven't, you're going to spend a couple hours doing this. I expect to spend up to $50,000 on renovations. And the way we envision this being rolled out to market is basically I create videos and walk people through this process. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you missed one, it tracks it and lets you know. Guys, we just created our PPM. I don't know how long it's been, but I bet you can't finish with an attorney that quickly, right? All right, I'm going to download this so I can show you what it actually created. So here's our document. And so you'll see, all right, here's our high quality PPM that we created. Here's our business name. Here's the 506B offering that we did. We've got introduction, details. You'll see that we're doing it until December 31st, 2022. The minimum raise of $250,000. Basically, you see how it works. We've created legal templates and connected that to a nice simple to answer front end. So now that you see that, let's just close this up. Let's go back to our offering here. And let's upload our PPM. We're almost done with our offering, guys. And this is a PPM. We've got all kinds of space for people to customize their offering. You know, they can list anytime they've been in the press, who their advisors are, FAQs, testimonials. I'm going to go ahead and add a team member here so people know who they're working with. I'll just do myself. And I am going into business with my buddy Greg, so I'll put him in too. Okay, I can add my social media links. All right, we're at the end. So we take a stance that if you don't tell your issuer something, they're not going to know it. So this is basically what we call the 10 Commandments. It's a list of guidelines of things that they need to know that we want them to live by when they're conducting their offering, so that they're respecting their investors, they're treating their investors' capital like it's the investor's capital, it's not Joe's capital, right? So tell your investors the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Promise nothing but your best effort. Assume you'll make mistakes and budget accordingly. Never ever discourage an investor from reading the entire PPM and the entire subscription agreement. The risk factors in the PPM are your friends. Don't belittle them. Most new businesses fail, admit it. If your investors need to get their money back, don't take it. Take no shortcuts when complying with government regulations. Treat your investors' money like it's your investors' money. And if your ship sinks, the investors get saved first. Guys, we're done. That was creating our offering using a turnkey. And I got kicked off of our Wi-Fi. Fantastic. But that's basically it. So for example, we've got, hang on, let me show you one, all right, we're back on DOS. Let me load up. It's great if you can do an offering, but it's even better if you can provide liquidity to your investors as well. So we've got a combined crypto and digital ATS, fully integrated, fully stood up, integrated with Vertalo to handle registered transfer agent for our offerings, which means you can get liquidity on a digitized fractional ownership security without making your investors have a crypto wallet. One thing that really, let's be honest, it took me a while to come to this realization, but investors don't want to buy tokens. They don't want to hold tokens. They don't want crypto wallets. They want a reasonable return for the amount of risk that they're taking. And come to find out, issuers don't really want to mint tokens either. They just want to raise capital. So we've got a crypto digital ATS, digital assets ATS, fully ready to go with Vertalo, doing the transfer agent that doesn't require any crypto digitization if you don't want to use it. Guys, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks, Al.